Hello everyone, Movie Village here. Today, I'm going to tell you the story of the 2011 Chinese fantasy action romance called The Sorcerer and the White Snake. Sit tight and watch out for spoilers ahead. Two men, both Fahai and his assistant Ningren, enter a castle. However, the door opens into an icy land covered with a blizzard. The ice harpy appears and freezes Ningren. The white sorcerer reprimands the harpy for enchanting humans instead of reflecting on her sins. She laughs and attacks him. They fight on the icy land with great magical powers. In the end, he manages to capture her in a demon trapper. Later, in Jinshan Temple, Ningren transfers the ice harpy into a bigger demon trapper alongside other trapped demons. Elsewhere, in a pristine forest atop a mountain, two female snake demons, Ching and Susu, play around enjoying their simple life. They look upon a man, Shushan, who is a physician here to pick herbs. They note that Shushan is an expert physician judging from the herbs he is picking. Because they are taking so many herbs, Ching goes to scare them. She appears as a ferocious snake and terrifies Shushan, causing him to fall to the river below. She laughs about this. So Susu, the white snake, takes the form of a beautiful woman and flies into the river. She saves him with the kiss of life, long enough for his friends to fish him out. He wakes up and asks for the lady in white, but his friends did not see her. Unknown to him, when Susu kissed him, she also gave him a part of her own life essence. Elsewhere, both Fahai and Nengren observe another case of a bad demon bite and go on to investigate. They meet Shushan and take a lift on his ferry. In her forest garden, Susu thinks back to kissing Shushan when Rabbit, Mouse, and Turtle come to talk to her. She says that she wants to go to the human world to see Shushan. Her friends say that since they kissed, they exchanged parts of themselves with each other. Susu does not mind and takes Ching with her to the human world. She asks Ching to find Shushan and bring him to her. Meanwhile, Nengren sees his demon compass indicating that a demon is nearby and thinks that the bad demon is nearby. It's just Ching, but thankfully he does not realize that she is a snake demon. He talks about his demon hunting profession. Ching says that he should learn how to befriend demons and that his master must have a serious problem. Ching finally meets Shushan and asks him to come with her. However, he thinks that she is mistaken and sends her away. So Ching goes underwater and pushes his boat all the way to her sister. When he gets there, Shushan starts walking in the opposite direction. Susu uses her snake form to break the bridge, causing him to run back and fall into her arms. She tries to hold him, but he is uncomfortable with being alone with a woman like this. Susu tries to get romantic, but Shushan admits that somebody else already has his heart, the woman who saved him in the lake. However, her face is hazy in his memories, and so he does not recognize the woman in white right in front of him. Hearing this, Susu is very happy but does not reveal the truth. However, she does push him into the river and then goes inside and kisses him again. Look at Shushan's smile. Dude finally recognized her. Elsewhere, Ching helps Nengren in his work. She looks through a boat screen and tells him that the demon is in there. Nengren flies to the boat, but not impressed by him, they show him how to fly properly. Nengren fights them by making supernatural sounds with his cymbals and then slicing them with it. He manages to defeat them, but a demon pulls him into the boat and bites him. Nengren rings a bell, which alerts Fahai, and he comes back quickly. He knocks the demon down with his beads and it releases Nengren. He then grabs its tails and the demon takes him away to a dark mountain cavern. Fahai stabs it with a holy dagger and it explodes. Fahai himself lands safely on a rock. Much later, they go back to Jinshan Temple. Nengren has been poisoned by the demon's bite and they go about curing him. Elsewhere, Susu has started to live with Shushan. He thinks that this is all a dream and declares what a lucky man he is to have her. Susu is also happy to be with him. Shushan says that he wants to court her properly. For that, he wants to meet her parents. At Jinshan Temple, Nengren finds out that he has pointy ears and fangs. He runs away and Abot Fahai is informed immediately. Ching finds him trying to hang himself. She scares him by demonstrating the horror of dying and he quickly gives up the idea. Still, he is sad about turning into a demon despite being a demon hunter. To console him, she reveals that she is also a demon. She goes about teaching him how to become a proper demon. During training, she tempts him with her neck but shoves chicken into his mouth. Then, she gives him water but it's actually blood. She then declares that he has broken the 3 taboos of monks, biting someone, eating meat and drinking blood. He has no choice but to admit being a demon. Meanwhile, Shushan and Susu also arrive there, but Ching Ching has magically changed the cottage into a mansion. Ching Ching greets them and shows them around. She has turned animals into human servants, but Shushan only finds it a little strange and no more. Father is actually tortoise, mother is actually rabbit, and so on. Rabbit's ears reveal and they pretend that it's just the latest fashion. After introductions, Shushan gets up and declares his love for Susu and his intention to marry her. He starts vowing to love her forever while the animals around them start losing their forms, so Ching Ching knocks him out. Just then, Fahai arrives and dispels the illusion of the mansion. His monks enter and chase the demons while he himself battles Ching Ching. He starts to overpower her, so Ningren, who has almost become a complete demon, comes and saves her. Fahai stops his attack and Ningren asks him to spare her. Fahai is heartbroken to see his faithful follower like this and lets him go. Ningren takes Ching Ching and flies away with her. Shushan wakes up in his own house and Susu tells him that her parents gave them their blessing. He then tells her of his dream to open his own pharmacy in order to take care of even more. Then they make love. Later, she asks him about the different types of couple there are in the world and he teases her with the wrong kinds. Elsewhere, Fahai arrives in a village where the people are dying with a strange disease caused by a demon. Shushan is also there, helping the people. Fahai asks him to take precautions and leaves. Shushan is very busy at trying to find the cure for the disease. So, Susu gives up a little bit of her own life essence and puts it in the medicine. At the village, Fahai tracks down the demons, which are females who suck the life out of people. They take the form of dogs and escape, and his monks give chase. They play various holy instruments and scare them into the bamboo forest. Fahai meets them there and tries to convert them. However, they escape into the trees and release their intoxicating charms. So, the monks sit down and empty their minds in order to avoid their seduction. He forces them to reveal their true form and then capture them all in the demon trapper. Meanwhile, Susu starts growing weak because of all the life essence she's spending. Rat tells her that she might die this way, but Susu just doesn't want to see Shushan struggling so hard. At the village, Shushan gives the medicine to all the villagers and Fahai immediately recognizes that it has magic in it. When he finds out that Shushan's wife helped him, he gives him a holy dagger as a gift. Then he confronts Susu and they fight in an alley. She tries to pull the walls around him, but he breaks them down. Next, he almost stabs her with wood, but stops and asks her why she gave up centuries of her life to make the cure. He thanks her, but still says that she's from a different realm, so she shouldn't be with Shushan. She says that she loves him, but Fahai replies that if Shushan finds out her truth, it will only break his heart. He gives her a chance to go back to her own realm and leaves. Later, Shushan comes back with gifts from the villagers, and he thanks her for working so hard to help him. They drink wine, but suddenly Susu starts feeling sick. Apparently, it was made from a flower meant to ward off snakes. She goes to the next room while Shushan calls out to her. She is unable to escape because the window is lined with holy thread, so she asks him to repeat his marriage proposal. Susu cries as he repeats his words. Suddenly, Fahai arrives and scolds her for not going back to her own realm. She hates him for ruining their happiness and takes her purest snake form and fights him. Shushan does not recognize her and stabs her with the holy dagger. Susu turns around to bite him but stops and calms down. When Fahai tries to trap her, she escapes into the river below. Fahai informs Shushan that the white snake was his wife. He also says that she can't take human form now because she lost too much of her life essence. Shushan drops down in defeat and stares at the hole for a long time. Elsewhere, Susu lies weakly in Ching Ching's arms. She tells her that the holy dagger took away much of her life essence at once. Still, Susu has no regret for all that she did because she got the chance to experience true love. Shushan asks how he can save Susu and the rat tells him that the spirit herb can do that. However, there is only one piece, that too in Jinshan temple and demons can't get in. So, Shushan climbs the mountain to the temple to save Susu. He finds the spirit herb but it makes shadow clones and grabs him back. They completely envelope him, so he brings fire to it. Since the real spirit herb cannot be harmed by fire, he grabs the only one that is not burning. The moment he does this, however, the big demon trapper grows weak and the demons escape. Everyone in the temple is warned and they rush to that place. When Shushan sees the monks arriving, he gives the spirit herb to the rat while he distracts them all. The demons possess him, but Fahai captures him with the demons. They imprison him and the demons together. Elsewhere, the rat brings the spirit herb to Susu and informs her of Shuxian's imprisonment. Meanwhile, the monks are doing a special and powerful spell on Shuxian while his monks seal the hall with powerful spells. He tells them to continue the ritual, but he goes out to meet the snake sisters. He tells them that Shuxian's ritual must be complete to remove the demons, but they don't listen to him and they fight. Inside, Shuxian struggles in a life or death fight against the demons who've possessed him. Susu then threatens to flood all of Jingshan if they do not let Shuxian go. They bring a massive tsunami. Susu and Ching reveal their true forms and fight for Hai while the monks run helter-skelter to escape the flood. The flood enters the main room, but the senior monks maintain their ritual even underwater. Susu tries to break into the room, but the seal stops her. The mouse enters through a hole with all her friends and bites the monks. Their chain is broken and the seal is disrupted. Susu enters and puts Shuxian in a bubble of air and takes him outside. She hugs him, but Shuxian has lost all his memories and forgotten everything about her. Fahai comes in and says that it happened because she disrupted the ritual. She gets angry and they fight in the massively flooded lake. Susu releases an army of snakes and many of them manage to bite Fahai. Ching swallows him, but he fights back from the inside and tears through her body. He grows weak and lies on a Buddha's head. He sees Nengren, now fully a demon, save the monks one by one. Fahai contemplates on his own life, wondering if he was wrong in believing that every single demon is evil. Ningren also saves Ching and takes her to a safe place. Seeing her struggle to live, Susu gets angry and raises a tornado against Fahai. Fahai sits down and prays, and a sudden column of light protects him. He reveals the 1,000 Buddha palms which push back the tornadoes. The Buddha palms knock down Susu and she then breaks the pagoda into rocks. However, Fahai reverses her spell and traps her inside the pagoda. Susu bangs on the door asking to be let out just to Shuxian. She turns to the Buddhas on the walls and demands to know why they have forsaken the love that she and Shuxian had. She asks to see Shuxian just once and she will accept any punishment they have afterwards. Suddenly, a heavenly light descends upon the pagoda. Fahai sees this and understands that the Buddha wants to give her wish. He lifts up the entire pagoda and Susu runs into Shuxian's arms. Shuxian still does not remember her, but says that for some reason seeing her cry breaks his heart. She says that her memories are still there and that will hold their love. She kisses him and Shuxian suddenly remembers everything. He too starts crying. Suddenly, the spell from the pagoda pulls Susu and Shuxian reaches out to her. However, the spell is too strong and she's trapped before he can reach her. He tries to talk to her, but inside Susu has now become a white snake. Ching says that she will never love anyone the way Susu did and leaves Nengren. Unable to let her go, Shuxian takes up the task of taking care of the pagoda. Fahai and Nengren continue traveling. And that is where the movie ends, right after giving some people some idea for a TV show. Watch another movie displayed on your screen. Please like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on future videos. Thank you for watching.